How about this? Can you guys hear now? Hey, Meredith and Belinda. Still no sound? I hear like leprechaun music. No audio. How can that be? Everybody's plugged in. No sound. All right. How's that? Can you hear me now? Now you can. Okay. Let me try again here. Oh dear. Oh, I've got my hands full. Hold this on my nose. Can you hear me now? Noir says yes, she has sound. Dale says yes, he hears sound. Well, I don't know what that was about. I plugged it back in the way it was plugged in before. I've got, if you guys could see the mess that is attached to the stabilizer to try and give better sound than what I can get on just the phone by itself. Right now you're probably getting a lot of wind noise. Let's see if I can shield it. So it's kind of sad passing by where Hoover used to live. Amanda seems to like it better down here at the other end. Hey, Amanda. She and I had a bit of a moment earlier where she didn't bark at me. I'm not going to ruin it. Yeah, I'm not going to ruin it. There she is. Just laying in the grass, looking out over the lake. Great. I'm so glad you guys can all hear now. Afton said she thinks it's going to get down to 50 degrees. That's awfully cold for us. Hey there, Sapphire. I bet there's some people who would love to see you. Oof, yes, you're so chuffy. Would you like to chuff right into the microphone, please? Well, I'm glad the wind noise isn't bothering you guys too much. Somebody really noisy out there on the Veterans Expressway. There's this really weird, like, leprechaun music playing. I swear it's not in my head. I can hear it. Can you guys hear that? It's so weird. There's a place across from us, across from the Veterans, all the way on the other side of, way away, but they play this Latin music really loud all the time, especially on weekends. And so a lot of times you can hear that stuff playing over here. But this is like Irish music. I don't know of it being anywhere near any kind of Irish holiday. Are you staying warm by pacing? I hear Nikita roaring in the background. You don't hear any music. Wow. It does not bode well for my mental condition. Oh man, it's cold. I don't know what I was thinking riding my bike to work. I've missed you guys so much. With the change in time, I don't think everybody has the time change like we do here, but with the change in time, I have to leave by like 4 o'clock, 4:30 if I'm going to get home before it gets dark. I have a feeling it's past that time now. I should have looked at my watch before I did this. It's really, it doesn't help when it's all gray outside, and it's been like gray and rainy and ugh for a couple of days. Hi, Kali. Oh, there's a chuffy tiger. Sweet Kali. I know. Is that the last place you could find a sunbeam? That wasn't much of a sunbeam, was it? Well, it's so nice to be missed by you guys. An Irish wake. I hear a loud motor. Make sure our well isn't fried. That would be terrible. What is that sound? Oh, that sound is Bethany. I thought maybe the well was fried. I heard that horrible sound. It was like, oh man, that doesn't sound good.
That's the lovely sound of the pressure washer.
Bethany's getting these dens all ready for the tigers that are coming from Guatemala. Their flight has been scheduled now. It's for November the 25th. They'll be leaving Guatemala, coming into Miami International Airport. Oh, look, they put some ferns over there. That's nice. I was on a conference call with Jen and Tim from Animal Defenders International and Christine, who helped us with all the permitting, and then all of the people from the airport, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and everybody that has to be involved because of all of the permitting involved. And we were all coordinating where everybody's going to park and where the press is going to be and what time we have to be there. We have to be at the airport at 6:30 in the morning on the 25th. We will have a press conference at 7:45 in Miami, and then hope to have the cats on the road by 8 o'clock, 8:15 on their way to Tampa. And then I think it's like 5 or 6 hours before they arrive here in Tampa. Hi, Natalia. This is your kind of weather, huh? Yeah. If I had your big old fluffy coat, I would not be shivering in my silly little summer Crocs. Deb, I am wearing those cute tiger, what do you call those socks that are like support socks? They're very warm. There she is. Sweet Natalia Leopard. Have you had a great day, Natalia? I'm sure there was breakfast, and then there were treats. There were some tours. Belly, you didn't miss much. So far, we've only seen a little bit of Amanda, some of Sapphire and Kali, and then we came over here to Natalia. Yeah, Mindy, I love hot weather. I cannot stand cold weather at all. So at 57 degrees, I'm like, and I've got on socks and shoes and pants and 3 shirts and a jacket. I have gloves in the back of my bike, but I can't touch the screen with gloves. Yeah, this really is Natalia's favorite spot. She has a air-conditioned den over here, so when it is hot, she can go in the air conditioning, but even when it's hot, she tends to stay out there on that platform for the most part. Where is Armani? Where's Armani Leopard? Angie says she's still in shorts at 57 degrees. You must have antifreeze for blood, girlfriend. I saw one of our keepers out here this morning trotting around in short sleeves. Like, man, he must be from up north, because we sure can't stand that kind of weather. Yeah, Florida is just about perfect if you like hot weather. I do. After the Wildcat walkabout a couple Saturdays ago, we have been all just, where is she? Where's my leopard? Could you be way over there? I wonder if she's maybe in one of the dens. It's like we've all gone on this cleaning craze. I've been cleaning out sheds and closets, and I cleaned under my desk. And one of the things I found was a box full of letters that I had saved from just really sweet things that so many of you had said about how Big Cat Rescue has changed your life and how you've become a part of a big family here. And those things just touched my heart. So I was putting little bits and pieces of them in my diary. Oh, there she is. Yeah, that's very cuddly. And oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. It's me. Yeah, it's me. Hi. Hi. Are you staying warm? Row. Row. It's much better in that spot, isn't it? Yeah, you can have your body heat bouncing off the walls. What a good girl. You're such a good girl. You should stay where it's warm. Good girl. That's a good girl. Yes, you are. What a good girl. I did not mean to scare you, old lady. Oh, man. Sarah says it's 28 there. Oof, that's just crazy. And Jen says she's got no sound. Can you guys hear me? Yes, Kim, that was Hello in Leopard, so I'm thinking you must have heard me. And Sue says she loves the way she talks, so she must have heard. You're just so beautiful, Armani. That little boo-boo there above her right eye is where she hid that mass that she knocked off on her own. And the vet had stitched closed, so that's why it looks a little strange. I'm not seeing Manny either with his short coat. He's probably in his den. Tell you who'll be loving this weather is Gilligan and the Bobcats. And it's so weird. I mean, as soon as we have a snap of cold weather, it's like poof, they've got a big old fluffy coat. I am not sticking my camera up in that hole. Manny will reach out and take it right away from me. Where's Sundari? I might be braver with Sundari's den. Are you in there being warm? No, we're not in there. I don't see Sundari, but she could be up there in that den, or she could be way back there in the back, or in any one of these dens, actually. She's got a bunch of them. She just turned 23 yesterday. I'm sure she's thinking this weather is for the birds. Looks like the cat's got some enrichment today. The enrichment team is always making some really cute, clever stuff for the cats. in addition to all the really fancy stuff that they make, they also make our daily stuff. So the blood sickles and the little bags full of catnip and paper towel tubes sprayed with perfume, just something to alleviate the boredom of being in a cage. Paula Dreschler told me there were 2 more Democrats who signed on in the House. So I'm thinking that probably takes us to 216. We were trying to get to 218. It's not exactly a magic number, but it's a majority. And so if House leadership sees that a majority of people are already co-sponsors on the bill, then they know it can pass, and they would be more likely to allow it to have a hearing, which would be fabulous, because we know it'll pass on the floor if we can just get it to a hearing. If you haven't made the call of the wild, I would implore you to do so, especially on a weekend, because there's nobody there, so it's not going to be scary. You can text the word CATS, C-A-T-S, to 52886. Data and messaging may apply. And right there you can send an email. You can call. It'll actually dial it for you. It gives you a little script of what to say. And you can send a tweet. So you can do all 3. And you can do that every week until your member of Congress signs on. We have one lady that has done it every day. And sometimes more than once a day. Hi, Nikita. Row, row. Row, row. Yes. Did I hear you roaring earlier? Were you roaring? Yes, you were. How many of you read that article in the National Geographic magazine? The writer for that, Sharon Guinup, I love her. She's the one that exposed the Tiger Temple and all of the abuse that was happening there, and as a result it caused so many organizations to put so much pressure on the Thai government that they shut down the Tiger Temple. Sorry, my phone it wants to do its own way. I want it to go this way. So I'm really hoping that with the expose that she did in Nat Geo, that it will get so many people angry about the fact that USDA is not doing their job. They're not enforcing the Animal Welfare Act against these people that are breeding cubs and exploiting them and then discarding them into horrible situations. And she really gave a damning account of how little they have done to enforce the Animal Welfare Act. So I'm hoping that that will put a tremendous amount of pressure on our government to straighten up and start enforcing the laws that we already have on the books, and to put some time and energy into laws that better protect the cats. Hi. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, to rub the big old head. Love the big old girl. Yes. Yes. I did not bring any kind of scratcher. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're running a contest for the physical copy. If you get a physical copy of the December edition of Nat Geo magazine, and then like on page 3 or 4, right as you first open the magazine, there's a full page picture of a bunch of cubs, tiger cubs. And that's the page that says over on page whatever is the main article. If you guys send us that first page there that doesn't have any part of the article on it, and your name and address and telephone number and email, then we're going to have a drawing for $1,000, and we're going to do the drawing, I think, on December 15th. And it has to be the actual page out of a magazine. It can't be like a print from online or a copy, so that we can authenticate that people actually bought the magazine. We want to show Nat Geo that people care about this, and I think by making that like their best-selling episode ever, or their best-selling issue ever, that maybe they will get the picture that people want to do more to protect these cats and protect their environments. This ugly white pipe that's right in front of her face is a water pipe. And the reason it's there is because back in the 90s, we were in a drought. And the whole west coast of Florida was burning. And I was scared to death as to what was going to happen to the cats here. Because back then, back in the 90s, we were down this little dirt lane and we were out in the middle of nowhere. And the fire department said, no way are they bringing their trucks down this road. And so what we did was we installed sprinkler systems on the cats' cages so that if the fires did come this way, that we would be able to try and save the cats. Because back then there was about 150 cats and there was no way you could load them up and move them out of town. And she's off. Well, she doesn't get a treat and doesn't get any scratchings. She's got no reason to stick around. I just booked my ticket and my hotel room to go to South by Southwest. Have any of you guys ever been to that? It's in Austin, Texas every year. It's a conference that's been happening. I apologize. My stabilizer's just like got a mind of its own. It's a conference in Austin, Texas. And it used to be 3 different conferences. One for filmmaking, one for music, and one for tech. And of course, I'm interested in where tech and filmmaking intercede, because our vision is a world where all wild cats live free. And I think the way we're going to do that is through immersive video and experiences where we have virtual cats instead of real cats in all of the zoos. And my hope is that people will be so engaged with the new technology coming that they will demand so many of those experiences that it will make it financially feasible to place 360 and 3D cameras all over the wild spaces where cats live, to actually capture them living in their native environments, doing the things they really do, so we can learn real things about them rather than seeing them languishing in cages. I was even wondering, since Big Cat Rescue opened the world's first and second augmented reality zoos, one at the Citrus Park Mall and one in the Plantation Mall, whether or not that concept would be something where we could compete. I've only got until the 17th to make up my mind as to whether or not it's worth spending $175 to enter that concept into their awards program. I don't think I could win the award, because there's people there that are doing things like, developing all of this high-tech stuff. But the reason for doing it would be to get people thinking about it. And that's a group of people that could really move the needle when it comes to capturing the cats in their absolute glory in virtual reality. Having all of those animators and indie artists and people that are already so much more advanced in virtual and augmented realities, and having them think about how they might be able to make a living for themselves by bringing the cats. It's okay, Ginger. She's like, oh, I remember you. I do not want to go back to the hospital. Ginger broke her leg a couple of months ago, actually back in July, I think. And she had to spend months in the hospital because she wasn't healing. And finally, she got the go-ahead to come back outside. And so she's been really wary of us since then. It's okay. I'm going to go see Max and Marianne. Yeah, I saw a big old Max back there in the background. And my first thought was, why is Gilligan over here? He's not supposed to be over here. It's not Gilligan, it's Max. Hey, Max. I know, you can't get through there, can you? Let's go back here where you can go. This one section of the cage is not open to them. The cage is longer than a football field, and it's got 3 sections that are each, I think, about 1,800 square feet. But one of the sections is not got a roof on it, so they can't go in there. But you can go over here, huh? There's Marianne. Hi. Hey, whoopies. There's Max. Hey, Max. Hi. Hello. Yeah. Hi there, sweetness. Am I too close? Am I within striking distance? Camera might be. I'm probably within peeing distance too. That's what you're thinking, I bet. Am I gonna get it from both barrels? Oh, who said purr? Did you say purr? That was so chirpy. That was so sweet. I'm going to back up a little bit. Can't fit the whole Bobcat in the screen. You guys are so big and fluffy. I bet you're loving this colder weather. Oh, you missed me. You missed me, girlfriend. And they're off. Come back. Well, thank you, Barbara Brewer. I'm actually working on something for the Broward location that will be a single banner. And the banner is 30 feet by 12 feet, 30 feet wide by 12 feet high. It's going to cost me about $800 to print it. But it's the kind of thing that probably, yes, you got me, any mall could, oh dear, did you get your foot stuck? Come on, reach up here. Reach up here. There, you got it. Good job. You were just conning me, weren't you? Like, please, my foot's stuck. Oh dear, help me. Then I'll grab you and kick you. It will be so fun. So I'm thinking a lot of malls probably have big spaces that are not rented. And usually when that happens, they try to put something over the front of the space so that people aren't aware of the fact that there are a bunch of empty stores. And so it might be a place where they could stretch one of those canvases. They're so bouncy. You guys are going to break the internet. You're being too cute. Too cute. But with goal initiated, target locked. Oh, yes. Somebody's feeling her oats. Jolene, they are not related to each other at all, but they both came to us when they were pretty young, so we were able to fix them and put them together. Usually we don't introduce cats to each other because cats are solitary by nature. They don't usually want to share space, but these guys were calling to each other all the time and acted like they wanted to be together. Of course, we didn't want any kittens, so that's why we fixed them. Make sure there's no babies born into a cage. That would be terrible. Sometimes they play so rough, it just scares me to death, but I guess my cats at home play that way too. It looks a lot worse than it is. You gonna go get her? Go get her. You guys. Was it not working on your laptop, Robin? It's lovely when they do have somebody that they enjoy playing with. I wish that all of the cats enjoyed each other the way these guys do. It's just pretty rare. Oh, Robin says she can watch but not comment. How bizarre. I swear, Facebook's been doing some weird stuff. Yesterday, CJ noticed that Carole Judge noticed that Facebook had told us we couldn't monetize our content. And it was like, what? And so I sent a dispute in, and they sent me back this thing saying, here's our policies. And it's like, but we aren't violating any of those policies. So now I'm trying to get a real person at Facebook to actually respond to me, because I think they just sent like a form letter. Makes no sense at all. Becky, I do not know why bobcats have shorter tails. In most cats, their tails are used as a rudder. So like when they run and jump and make a fast turn, they can sling that tail around and make those hairpin turns. And I just can't think of any evolutionary benefit to having this little bunny tail. But that's the way bobcats and lynx are. I hear keepers coming, Max. What do you suppose they have? You think they might have something good? It's worth moseying over to see. Yeah, I see you sneaking up on me while I'm watching her. I know your tricks. Bobcats live in a wide variety of places all across the Americas. You're so adaptable. man's gonna get you. She got you. You scared him. When it feels cooler, they sure are a lot friskier. I hear Nikita in the background again. You guys are just making me chase you all over. Is that what's so fun about this? He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. He's in stalk mode. I do love those little headbutts. I know how strong they are, though. You could break rocks with your heads. Indeed you could. All right, Max. If you guys are all out of breath, I'm going to go see if anybody else is out. Yeah, there is a pretty big difference between size, and Marianne is the little one, but she definitely runs the show. It seems like over the years that's often been the case, where we've had a few pairs over the years who have lived together, and the one trio of Arthur, Andre, and Amanda who lived together for years. And in every case, the female has always been smaller, which you would expect, but what you would not expect is for them to be like top dog. And I think with Amanda, Arthur, and Andre was really the boss in the group, but Amanda was the protector, and she was always the first one to make sure that people did not get too fresh with her brothers. Well, you're somebody I wanted to check on. How are you doing, Sheena? You look freezy. Is it all freezy? I know you got hay today. Yeah, the cats all got hay. Cats like servals and caracals and hybrids got hay today. But some of the cats who are really old and really, really small and just can't keep up their body temperature, like the hybrids, probably Mouser and Diablo for sure this year, Beecher, our ancient ocelot, because ocelots are from the rainforest and they don't care for this cold weather at all. Those guys all get heating pads, so that's what we'll be doing next week, is putting in heating pads. But for tonight, they've got the hay. I wish I'd gotten out here earlier because they were putting hay in the dens. And you guys probably would have enjoyed seeing that. You wouldn't have seen a lot of cats because whenever we go into a cage, cats always think that we're coming in to take them to the vet. So they disappear pretty quickly. But could have at least seen the keepers all out there working hard. Looks like Elisa's teaching some operant conditioning to an intern. Gilligan, where are you? You got to be loving this. Don't see Gilligan. Is Filmo requiring breakfast in bed?
Yeah.
Or dinner in bed?
Yeah.
Hi, Nabisco. Speaking of fluffies, who's the fluffy? I'm going to be quiet because Filmo's kind of spooky. I want him to eat. Nabisco. He wants some. I think it was Becky asked about what interns do here. The interns are the backbone of our sanctuary because they're here every day. They work 6 days a week, daylight to dark. They come for 3-month shifts. We provide housing and what was that? A small stipend for their groceries. I think it's like 100 or 150 a week. And they do everything here. They learn how to operate the gift shop and give tours. They feed the cats. They clean the cages. They do the operant conditioning. Hi, little Flit. Oh, yeah, I bet your skinny butt got some hay. You don't have a big poofy coat yet. Where's your poofy coat? All the other bobcats are doing it. They're all wearing them. Need to sprout one. Where are you off to? Something more interesting? Nothing is coming to your feeding lockout, sir. Sorry. I was looking around to see if I could see Smalls, but I don't. No Smalls. There's Running Bear. Running Bear's in his 20s. Hi. Oh, well, hello. Hello, Simba. I know you got some hay. I heard you were dragging all your hay out of your den. I see. You like it out front, huh? Is it cozy in there? It's so cozy. Very cozy. Running Bear got the memo. He grew his coat. Did you grow that last night? It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. Indeed. Rah. Rah. Big old cat yawn. What? It's really not worth the effort. I don't have anything for you. Sorry. I know. What good am I? What good am I if I have nothing for you? Oh, you're such an old bobcat. I know. Oh, that's so scary when they shoot guns next door. Our neighbors are such jerks. I wish somebody would buy that property. He's got like 10 acres over there and he wants like $4 million for it. Okay, that was not me that made that sound. It was not. He's wanting to sell it to developers. And as much as I'd hate to see development move in right next door to us, it can't be as bad as him and his kids on their four-wheelers and shooting guns and just being obnoxious hillbillies over there. Perfection. Hi. I know. You're going to get your heating pad. Probably tomorrow. For now, you got hay. You going upstairs? Going up this amazing platform? Lori, we live in the county. And we're in an area that's considered agricultural. So that's how they can get away with all the racket. Sue, I think the reason all the cats are coming out is because it's cool. Little cats like Perfection are out staying warm by hustling around their enclosures. And cats like Max and Marianne are out playing around because they feel like it's cool enough that they can do that. I see that I am really losing light fast. So I'm going to have to hit the road. I thought maybe if I could see Breezy, you guys could see her before I leave. There she is. Breezy Bobcat. Oh, man. Who's a good girl? Breezy's another one in her 20s. I just want to make sure you got your coat on. Got your winter coat? Yeah. You have to tell Flint how to do that. All right, everybody. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Deb, thank you for giving the cat's bio links and everything. Lori, thank you. I hope you win the lottery. Good night. Good night, Breezy. Yes, I love the good girl.